Welcome to another key session on large language models, LLMs, and related technologies. These videos are designed to sharpen your knowledge and prepare you for interviews in today's competitive job market. Each video includes a free self-evaluation quiz, and for our interns, we provide exclusive Anki flashcards to help you master and retain these concepts effectively. Let's get started. Wishing you the very best in your learning journey.
Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into something I think is pretty cool. What really separates a smart, useful AI from, well, one that's not? And here's a hint. It's not just about a bigger brain. It's all about what's inside its digital toolbox. So let's get right to it. This is the big question, isn't it? You've probably had that experience where an AI seems like a genius one minute, and then the next, it's just completely off the rails. What's going on there? Well, a lot of the time, the secret sauce is something we can all relate to. Good old-fashioned organization. You know, when you look at these two, the messy one versus the smart one, the real difference isn't always about processing power. The smart agent is like a master craftsman. Their workshop is pristine. They know exactly where every tool is. The messy one? It's like their workshop's been hit by a tornado. The tools are there, somewhere, but they waste a ton of time just trying to find the right screwdriver, and they make a lot of mistakes along the way. So to really get this, let's stick with that idea. Think of our AI as a worker in a digital workshop. The whole story here is about its journey from chaos to order. It's about how we take that messy toolbox and turn it into a system that's just clean, efficient, and ready for any job. Okay, quick clarification. When I say tools, what am I even talking about? Well, in the AI world, a tool is basically any external thing the agent can use to get a job done. We're talking about APIs for grabbing data, little scripts for running calculations, or even connections to entire databases. These are the AI's hammers, wrenches, and power drills. So, where do we start? Just like in a real workshop, the very first step is the basics, sorting everything out and making sure it's secure. You gotta get the fundamentals right before you do anything else. The first pattern is honestly just common sense. It's categorization. You group similar tools together. You wouldn't keep your power tools mixed in with your paintbrushes, right? It's the same idea here. This one simple step makes it so much faster for the AI to find what it needs without having to rummage through the entire box. So, for instance, you could create a data category. That's where all the tools for fetching information live. Then you've got your communication category with things like your email sender. And maybe a computation category for your heavy-duty math solvers. It's logical, it's clean, and it just works. Now, the next pattern is absolutely critical. Security. See, some tools are like screwdrivers, pretty harmless. But others, they're more like chainsaws. They're incredibly powerful, but you do not want the wrong person or AI using them without supervision. That's where permissions come in. You lock up the dangerous stuff. Just think about it. You would never want just any part of your system to be able to use a tool that, say, deletes a customer's account. No way. By setting up permissions, you make sure that only a specific, trusted admin-level agent can even see that tool, let alone use it. This isn't just a good idea, it's essential for preventing total disasters. Okay, so our toolbox is sorted and our dangerous tools are locked away. We're in good shape. But now we get to the next level, helping the AI become smart enough to pick the right tool for the job every single time. And this is where the agent starts to feel genuinely intelligent. It's called context-aware selection. Instead of blindly looking at every tool it has access to, the agent first looks at the user's request. It understands the context and then only considers the tools that are actually relevant. This cuts out so much wasted effort and prevents it from doing things that make no sense. Let's make this super simple. Let's say your AI has a currency converter tool in its kit. When do you think is the right time for it to pull that tool out? Exactly. It seems totally obvious to us, but you have to actually program that logic in. The agent has to be smart enough to say, okay, the user mentioned dollars and yen, now I'll grab the currency converter. Otherwise, that tool just stays on the shelf. That's what real efficiency looks like. And now we get to one of my favorite patterns because it's so powerful. It's called tool composition or chaining. This is a real game changer. It's where the AI learns to act like a tiny automated assembly line, grabbing different tools in the right order to handle a really complex request.
So, imagine you ask it to email me this week's sales chart. A smart agent doesn't just freeze. It builds a plan. Step 1, use the data fetcher to get the raw numbers. Step 2, pass those numbers to the data cleaner. Step 3, feed that clean data into the chart generator. And step 4, finally, take that beautiful chart and send it with the email tool. 4 different tools working together to create one seamless result. Awesome.
So our AI is organized, it's smart, but we're not done. A truly great system has to be built to last. It has to be able to evolve and handle new challenges down the road. It has to be future-proof. This is where it gets really dynamic. With tool discovery, the agent isn't stuck with the tools it had on day one. It can actually look around its environment, find brand new tools, like maybe someone just added a new summarized PDF function, and it can automatically add that to its own toolkit. It basically learns new skills on its own. How cool is that? And finally, we have a pattern that is all about long-term health and stability. Versioning. Look, tools get updated, APIs change. It's a fact of life. Versioning is just a system for keeping track of those changes so that when a tool gets an update, it doesn't accidentally break all the old workflows that were relying on it. For example, when a new Weather API v2 comes out, you don't just throw out the old one. A smart system keeps version 1 around to support all the old processes. Meanwhile, new tasks can start using all the cool new features in version 2. It ensures a nice, smooth upgrade path instead of, total chaos. All right, so we've walked through these 6 key patterns for building a better AI toolbox. Let's pull it all together and talk about the big picture. Why this transformation from a clumsy assistant to a capable expert really, really matters. It really all boils down to these 6 ideas. You've got categorizing, securing, context-aware selection, composing workflows, discovering new tools, and versioning them. And I want to be clear, these aren't just little nice-to-haves. These are the core architectural patterns that turn that messy amateur into a reliable master craftsperson. And the payoff here is enormous. When you do this right, you immediately see fewer errors. Your security goes way up. Performance gets a boost because the AI isn't wasting time. Its reasoning gets sharper. And maybe best of all, the whole system becomes so much easier for humans to manage and improve over time. It's a win all around. So if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. A truly great AI isn't just about having the biggest brain. It's about giving that brain a toolbox that is perfectly organized, grouped, secured, updated, and intelligently selected. That is the real secret to making an agent that works not just smarter, but a whole lot safer too. And that brings us to our final question for you to think about. As these AI toolboxes get bigger and more powerful every single day, filled with potentially thousands of tools, how do we make sure they're always being used wisely? How do we manage that complexity? That's really the next big challenge on the horizon. Thanks for tuning into The Explainer.
Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to test your knowledge with the quick self-evaluation quiz. The link is right in the description. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. And if you haven't yet explored our self-paced AI internship program, visit shogini.com for full details. Wishing you all the best in your AI journey.